Okay, let's get set up with for serve receive with the setter coming in from right back. Okay, the setter can come in here. What happens, of course, we've covered this in other videos about serve receive, is that we leave that hole that we want to then fill in so that we always have three-man passing. Okay, now this is my middle back right now. Let's say that we have our libero come on and switch with them. Libero would be passing here. Okay, say that you're having trouble passing well in this rotation. What you can do is shift the other way. You have this option in almost every rotation to shift the other way. So you would then pull this player up and slide this way and get your libero out in the middle, and the setter just has to have a longer run coming from the back court. Okay, so you can shift this way. Some people will hide their middle blocker up at the net. I say the more passers the better, as long as they're able to open up to the deep court and get out of the way before the ball passes over their head. You never want to stand there and just let the ball go straight over your head without moving and no one can tell it's coming to them. So let's go over whose ball it is. Okay, so if I'm moving this player away in so you can see them from the end line, but if they're serving from the right side of the court, you're creating tiny beach doubles games between these two players and between these two players. Also between these guys. The responsibility of the short serve here is going to be this player. Same thing if we shifted the other way. The player that's pulled back to help pass also has to pass short. Okay, so here's what it looks like. Beach doubles. You've got to think of it in terms of angles and straight lines. Okay, so the server is serving a ball between these two players short. It's coming from this direction here, from that angle. Okay, the angle is this way. So what happens is the player that the angle is heading towards is the player that takes middle. Okay, so this player will be thinking, I have middle between myself and this player. Okay, and then of course they have to talk about it too. So maybe one's a more aggressive passer or whatever. All right, if that serve goes deep between these two players here, these two players would be opening up and yelling deep so the ball can pass through. This player will be thinking about taking the middle ball between the two of them because it's heading towards them. Okay, so you want to take the ball that's heading towards you and the middle. Okay, between these two passers, again, people are going to open up and yell deep. Your setter's going to be up here. Between these two passers, the angle is coming this direction. Okay, so this player will take middle between these two passers. Okay, and of course this player would open up and say you. Ideally everyone would. And this player would slide over and take that ball. Okay, so it's tiny beach doubles games, and that changes depending on where the server is on the back line. So if they're coming from this way, obviously the angle is this way, this player would take middle between these two players. I hope that makes sense. One of the most important things though about serve receive for me is that opening up and the talking to the other player. So it's you, and this one saying mine, saying deep, right? And saying you. That way this player knows that that's going to be their ball, right? That communication just solidifies everything and makes it so smooth and so easy that I really recommend you force your players to talk like that. Let's see, what else? That might be enough for today. I hope it was helpful, and as always, let me know if you need help with anything else.